Hey guys! So we're going to start a new art lesson today, but before we do that, I have two announcements for you. First of all, we have watercolor paints. I have enough for everybody to take home one set of paints. There is a paintbrush in here. Your teacher is going to send these home with you this week during school. Excuse me. So if you're a student who does not come to school in person, this will be in the office for you. I'm putting everybody's name on it. So ask somebody in your family to come and pick it up. Okay, so that's announcement number one. Announcement number two, there is something very special coming up really soon, the Race for Education. Make sure that you turn in your labels so that we can meet our goal. And our goal is, does anybody know? It is $35,000 is how much money we're aiming to raise this year. And if we meet our goal, Mr. Dean is going to dress up like a human ice cream cone. So that will be very interesting to see. So in honor of getting ready for the Race for Education, everybody in the whole school is going to do the same art project. We are all making sneakers. We're all going to draw sneakers and we're going to bring them into school, and I'm going to hang them up all over the school so we can all see the sneakers and we can all get excited for Race for Education. So this is my little old running shoe here, and I'm going to teach you how to draw a shoe. So for this project, go find a pair of sneakers. It could be your shoes. It could be shoes that used to fit you and you grew out of them. Doesn't matter. We're just going to look at them. Get a pair of sneakers. It could even be your brother's or your sister's. And we're going to draw the sneakers. So here we go. All right, so make sure that we are using printer paper for this art lesson. By the way, whenever you get your watercolors, those watercolors, we're going to be using the thick paper for those lessons. Okay, so here is my paper. When you draw your shoe, we want it to be the right proportions. And proportions means like you don't want it to be awkwardly short or awkwardly tall. So what we're going to do is kind of use one part of the shoe to measure the other part of the shoe. Okay, here's what I mean. I'm going to see how tall is the back of my shoe. I'm going to take my pencil. The back of my shoe is from the eraser down to my thumb. That is how tall the back of my shoe is. Okay, so the back of my shoe is this part of the pencil tall. Now, how many of this length can I fit across the bottom of the shoe? I want to see how long is my shoe compared to how tall it is. So don't move your fingers. It is 1, I'm going to put my finger there, 2, mine is just a little bit short. It looks weird on the camera, but it's in real life, it's just slightly shorter than 3. So 3 backs of my shoe show me the length of the bottom of my shoe. So 1, 2, 3. Does that kind of make sense? So 1, it's like a fraction. 1 back of my shoe is equal to 3 bottom parts of my shoe. Okay? Here's why we need to know this. I'm going to look at my shoe and I'm going to draw the back of it. And I have to fit this whole shoe on the paper. And I know you're going to want to trace it. Don't do that. So the back of my shoe curves just a little bit and a bump out and a bump down, and it goes out like that. So I'm going to draw all the way over here, and it curves kind of like that. So this is the back of my shoe. And remember, I said 1 back of my shoe is equal to 3 bottoms of my shoe. So now I'm going to measure this again. What did I do on my paper? I might have actually made it too tall. Anyway, we'll see what happens. It's this tall, and we said it has to go across 3 times. So I measured the drawing on my paper, and I go 1, 2, 3. Holy moly, it doesn't quite fit. Let me erase it and make it just a little bit smaller. That's going to happen to you, and that's okay. There, let's say it's about that tall. Let's try this again. It's this tall. 1, 2, 3. Now that fits, right? So we measure what's on the paper, and now my shoe is going to be this long. So now I have to draw the bottom of my shoe. There's all these bumps on it, and I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I'm just going to try to, there. So that's about the right proportions, I think. Okay, looks like that. Now, this curvy part is not quite half of the shoe. This is about the middle of the shoe. The curve takes up a little less than half of the shoe. So let me draw that curve. It's not going to go this far. I think it's going to be about here. Okay. Now, let me move this so you guys can see it. Now, my shoe comes down. Because of running in it a lot, or exercising, it kind of curves up on my actual shoe. The front of my shoe, the front of everybody's shoe is going to kind of be vertical right here because you need room for your toes. So something like that is how my shoe goes. Now it's time to add detail. So you look at your shoe, you add as many details as you can. I'm going to do the sole of my shoe. Something like that. This is probably not my best drawing ever, but I'm trying my best. The place where the shoelaces go is here. And when we look at our shoe from the side and we're doing our laces, it's from above, you see it's kind of crisscross, but from the side, it's actually just sort of like these lines that come up. So I'm going to go like this. I can just kind of see it going up and over like that from the side. And there's like a little, oh, actually mine doesn't have a hole. Mine is rectangle shaped. Anyway, okay. So you're just getting all these details. You can do your lace if you want to. And I just want you to focus on as many details as you possibly can, right? How many different shapes are there? What's going on your shoe? Now I'm just going to draw quickly. Try to finish this up. Okay, so now I have a lot of my details down. Again, this is not my best drawing ever. But the next thing I want you to do is take your markers and outline it. You could outline with all one color, or you could do a bunch of colors. It does not have to be realistic. So now I'm going to outline. Okay, so now it's outlined. Next, I'm going to color it in with crayons, and I might even try doing some value like we did on our last assignment. Okay, and my shoe is done. I did some blending. I went from a dark value turquoise to light value, and then I put like a lime green over it and blended it together. This black area was supposed to be like the inside of the shoe. I'm not really happy with how it turned out, but whatever, that's all right. Here's how I'm going to grade you. I am looking to see that you have neatness, really try your best, and that you have details. You don't have to tell a story, but lots of details on your shoe. Really look closely at what's going on. I added these extra stripes in here. I just added some details based on some of the smaller things happening on my shoe. I didn't include this section. You don't have to do everything you see. And that's it. Have fun. Please put your name on the back and then bring it into school. Thank you. Bye.